Hey, this is Tree 54 Podcast. Today we'll be reviewing AEW Dark and later on AEW Dynamite. Alright, let's start with AEW Dark. This is episode 2 of my reviewing of AEW Dark and Dynamite. We start with the episode of AEW Dark featuring Lance Archer threatening Eddie Kingston with a new duo becoming All Elite, and Sammy Guevara sending a message to Matt Hardy. Find out right now. And the most important part of this broadcast came when Lance Archer beat a 4-man while Jerry Roberts narrated. So here we go. Archer had a message for Eddie Kingston, Jon Moxley. He said he hopes Kingston wins the I Quit match at Full Gear so he can rip Kingston's arms off and beat him with the Blaze Stumps. No matter who wins at Full Gear, Archer will be coming for the rage for the AEW World Champion. Alright, here comes the lineups for AEW Dark. Darby Allin versus BSHP King. Leah Hirsch and Elena Black versus Red Velvet and Brandy Rhodes. Jurassic Express versus Danny Limelight and Casey Navarro. Frankie Kazarian versus Ryzen. Dave Dutra versus Ricky Starks. Sean Maluda and Alex Chamberlain versus Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. Aaron Solo and Angel Fashion versus Maskcaster Anthony Bowens. 5 versus VSK. Butcher Blade versus Jersey Muscle. D3 versus Will Hobbs. Evil Uno, Stu Grayson versus Baron Black and Nick Comoroto. John Silver, Colt Cabana 10 versus Sean D, Fuego del Sol, and Cesar Bonnier. Lee Tempai versus Killing King. Chaos Project versus Private Party. Sammy Guevara versus Lee Johnson. Well, there is no standout matches this week. If you like one of the wrestlers, then you probably enjoyed the bout. Chaos Project versus Private Party was the most competitive. Leah Tempai versus Killing King was the most interesting for me, since I had no idea who would win. John Silver's Trios bout was most fun due to his wacky personality. If I had to pick one watch, I think I'd roll with Ricky Starks. He's always cool. It starts with Excalibur team with Taz to call the action. Anthony Ugo and Ricky Starks joined the commentary throughout the show. Justin Roberts was the ring announcer for AEW Dark. Darby Allin defeated BSHP King. Allin opened with a suicide torpedo. King was stronger, so Allin worked the knee. Allin connected with a sunset flip slam. King kicked out of the pin. He was still dazed with a leg in the air, so Allin snatched his limb for a figure 4 roll-up to win. Red Velvet, Brandy Rhodes defeated Leah Hirsch and Elia Black. Dustin Rhodes at ringside, stir it up. Big Bram Bam, Little Cupcake started with the fire until Hirsch flattened Velvet. Brandy got the hot tag that led to Spear on Hirsch and pump kick to pin Black. Jurassic Park Express defeated Danny Limelight and Casey Navarro. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus represented Jurassic Express. Marco Stunt was ringside. Luchasaurus dominated both parts early on and again on a hot tag. Limelight flipped out of a chokeslam and went for high-risk attacks. Luchasaurus goozled him. When Limelight flipped out of another chokeslam, Luchasaurus ready to knee him in the mush. Jurassic Express took care of Navarro with a teamwork stunner and finished Limelight with a powerbomb combo. Kazarian defeated Ryzen. Kaz uses veteran savvy to overcome. He got his knees up on a springboard moonsault, then pounced for a reverse DDT to win. After the match, Dasha Gonzalez interviewed Kaz. TH2 jumped in from behind. Jack Evans cackled him on the mat while Angelica cranked Kaz. Daniels made the save, hit the angel wings on Evans. CD taught TH2 on the mic. Alright, Ricky Starks defeated Dave Dutra. The newcomer had a neat barbarian outfit with a weapon in tow. Starks took care of the business with a fierce attitude. He ended it with a spear and Rochambeau. On to Garrison. Pillman defeated Sean Mula and Alex Chamberlain. The Blondes split a share of the win purse with a teamwork heart attack springboard clothesline. After the match, Lance Archer beat everybody up. We all know he's going to raid whoever is champ between Moxley and Kingston coming out of Full Gear. We hear the debuts of Max Caster and Anthony Bowens defeating Aaron Solo and Angel Fashion. Caster rap out two generic guys with no appeal when referred to his opponents. Bowens and Caster worked more fluid as a team, took control with a combo cutter for the victory. There's news: Max Caster and Anthony Bowens had officially signed with All Elite Wrestling. On to number 5 defeated VSK. 10 was at ringside. 5 utilized the usual tactic of untying VSK's shoes, untying VSK's boot to gain an edge. Sorry, some minor stuff. 5 clean up with a dupe hook kick, a close onto the apron, a wing snapper. Here's Pretty. Peter Avalon was given a reboot as Pretty Peter Avalon. His inventions began opening the door to shack of seduction while wearing a red robe with sexy sax music in the back. Avalon was interviewing Lady to be his manager. She ended up slapping him. That's funny. Now on to Butcher and Blade defeated Jersey Muscle. The Meat Men swarmed the ring and manhandled the competition. Bunny got involved by grabbing a foot on the top turnbuckle, even though her sisters were not needed. But she looked very hot. B&B won by a hanging powerbomb neckbreaker combo. After the match, Nightmare Naturals came out looking for a rumble. Natural Nightmares. Boom, boom, boom went the fist. Alice had enough sway over QT Marshall to distract him. The referees broke up the brawl. Feel bad for QT Marshall, but who blames him? Ali's hot. Hobbs defeated D3. Squash with an Oklahoma Stampede into a turnbuckles falling power slam. After the match, Ricky Starks suckered Hobbs into an attack from Brian Cage. Darby Allin made the save with a skateboard deck. Alright, Evil Uno Grayson defeated Baron Black and Nick Comoroto. Uno was the weakling game, beating up, not being an apron for tag. Grayson took over in the end with a torture wreck backbreaker. Dark Order pulled a fatality for the victory. John Silver, Colt Cabana 10 defeated Sean Dean, Fugal, Diasol, and Cesar Bonet. Silver challenged the much taller Bonet to slam him. It was a ruse to attempt to attack, so Silver can slam Bonet. 10 was the key to succeed with a spear to Bonet, a spinebuster to Fugal, and Silver closed out with an airplay slip and slam to Fugal. Killian King defeated Lady Tepai. Tepai was more powerful of the two ladies, but King was more nimble. King slammed Tepai into the ropes, but then attacked with a big clothesline. Flying splash gave King a first taste of success in AEW. Private Party defeated Chaos Project. Content made a point to note Cass carrying the match. Chaos Project had a unique gene tactic when Luther distracted the referee, so Sabetico could blast streamers in the face of Isaiah Cassidy. Private Party prevailed in the end with Gin and Juice. Next, Guevara versus Lee Johnson. Basically, Guevara defeated Lee Johnson. Saturday picked Johnson apart, then Snow showboated to rub it in. Johnson had a minor spurt with a missile drop kick and a twisting leap over a rope to the outside. Sammy regained control with a blindside knee strike. Sam connected onto a GTH knee strike that sent a match to Matt Hardy with a twist of fate to finish it. I don't have much to say this week, but allow me to rile some of the mustangs. My favorite moves in that AEW Dark were Luchasaurus knee strike on the chokeslam, escape, Fry's wicked hook kick, and Sammy Guevara's blindside knee. Now, more things. Ricky Starks and Butcher and the Blade are the best at these showcase bouts. They command attention through style in Starks' case and bludgeoning. In case of Butcher and the Blade, Nick Camaro should join the Dark Order. He could win the best hair over Alex Reynolds, win more surely over Stu Grace. I'm all aboard for a sleazebag Peter Avalon. Red Velvet and Brittany Rhodes looking good as a team for the first time. They had the potential to be entertaining to do, unlikewise for Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. In fact, they've been foretold positive news to come. And you already all know, they're all elite now. Thank you for me sharing my thoughts on AEW Dark. Later on in the podcast, I will review AEW Dynamite, so stay tuned. Hello, we are back, and now we are going to review Dynamite for this week. Here's the card. Jon Moxley, Kingston comes face to face with Full Gear. Cody and the Gun Club versus Dark Order. John Silver, 10 and Colt Cabana. Scorpio Sky versus Shawn Spears. That match was canceled. In place is Young Bucks versus Private Party. Trent versus Miro. Ortiz, Sammy Guevara versus Wardlow, MJF. Let's begin. It all begins with Ortiz, Sammy Guevara versus MJF and Wardlow. In the beginning, Jericho called MJF soft to kick up the broadcast. Justin moves for joining Ross. Siobhan and Excalibur at the commentary table. Just days before a showdown with Lee Champion, MJF joined Wardlow for a tag team showdown with the Inner Circles, Sammy Guevara and Ortiz in the night's first match. Jericho put over Ortiz's intensity and toughness long enough for him to eat a big spine buster by Wardlow. MJF stomped Ortiz in the corner, talked some trash, tagged his massive bodyguard back into the mat. Wardlow has been doing all the work here. MJF only tags him when the man is down. Schiavone added, that's telling the story of an optimistic heel. The scarf-wearing Mouth and his partner worked over Ortiz for a big hot tag to Guevara. The Spanish guy stunned Wardlow with a super kick and blasted MJF with a jumping knee to the face. A springboard into a crossbar followed as they did a pair of topes. The Inner Circles rolled late and set up for a suplex, but Wardlow brought them and MJF down with a Tower Doom suplex spot. Wardlow followed up from 10 to Ortiz, but Guevara made the save. Matt Hardy dressed as Typico through the chair of Guevara, allowing MJF to apply a salty earth armbar for a submission win. After the match, MJF ambushed Jericho at the announced position and pounded away at him, showing the intensity that the demo god had demanded on him earlier. Well, now here's my take, analyzation. If there were any question what kind of bayface Guevara could be, we caught a glimpse of here as the Spanish guy was nothing short of extraordinary in that role. He was fiery, explosive, had both Wardlow and MJF reeling before Hardy's interference. MJF scored the win was the right decision. He had to build the momentum ahead of Saturday night. His attack on Jericho was even better, as it allowed him to answer Lee Champion's critiques emphatically. Their match Saturday night at Full Gear may not have flashed of others, but two enormous personalities, scooped great heels, and a ton of potential to capitate in ways those with flashy offenses will not. A hot start this week's show. Trent versus Morrow. After an exclusive interview conducted by Tony Schiavone when the arrogant, almost full of himself Kenny Omega, attention to our second match of the night as Morrow battled Trent in the singles competition. Kip Sabian accompanied his best man, while Chuck Taylor seconded his best man. The powerful intensity and aggressive Morrow went on an early start in front of Trent, wearing him down, pounding away at him in the corner. Taylor wiped out Sabian at the ringside while Trent dodged a corner splash on his opponent. During the commercial, Morrow gained control as the Dark Order appeared to attack Orange Cassidy in a preview of a freshly squeezed match with John Silver on Saturday. The artist, formerly known as the Bulgarian Brute, continued his one-side beatdown of Trent, blasting him with a hard kick to the face. Trent attempted to come back, but Morrow shook it off. A half-and-half suplex allowed Trent to create some separation, but Morrow caught planted him with a fall-away slam. Trent recovered, quickened the place, and delivered a top con Helio. Morrow rocketed Trent with a big can of pie to camel clutch for the submission win. After the match, Taylor returned to pull Morrow off the partner, only to be attacked by Sabian. The heels beat up best friends until Cassidy reemerged and delivered an orange drop that wiped the heels out. Here's my take on it. The wide-sidedness of this match went a little bit too long, but once Trent fired off his comeback, it developed into a damn fun match. It was hard-hitting, with Morrow showing off his first singles match in AEW. It accomplished exactly what it tended ahead and is sure to be a high-profile tag team match between the two tag teams soon. You can justly question Morrow's use to this point in AEW, but there's no denying that he is having fun, enjoying himself in a certain way he did not during his last year with WWE, and that is certainly worth something. Now on to Young Bucks versus the Private Party. We cut to Jim Ross interviewing an admittedly nervous Hangman Page ahead of his world title eliminator finals match against Kenny Omega, and a video package hyped out the AEW Tag Team Champs between the Young Bucks and FTR. As Ricky Starks FT champion Brian Cage hit the ring undisturbedly irate about their lack of a full gear match and the fact they were disrespected earlier in the day by owner Tony Khan. Taz vowed there would be a FTW president since in the Saturday pay-per-view. As the Private Party made his way to the ring for his match with the Young Bucks, Sammy Guevara attacked Matt Hart, laying him out with a twisted fate in retaliation for the interference in the night tag bout. The battle between the Bucks and the Private Party kicked off after the break, with Matt and Nick Jackson controlling the match and taking down both Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn as they prepare for their championship opportunity Saturday. Matt, nursing a knee injury, suffered at the hands of Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood. Noticeably, the injured limb slowed Jackson, preventing him from following up a good deal of his offense. Still, the top contenders to the tag team titles dominated throughout the break, while Quinn attempted to win his partner on. Private Party 5 fought back into a contest, delivered the gin and juice on Nick. Matt just barely broke out the pin. The Bucks recovered, delivered the BTE trigger, and scored the pinfall victory. Was it worth it? Was it worth? The Young Bucks take this match just 3 days before Full Gear, Excalibur asked. FTR hit the ring and attacked, delivered the Goodnight Express to Matt. Team teased further damage to the ankle, but Hangman Page made the save, followed by Kenny Omega. A tense stare-down ensured ahead of the match Saturday. Here's an analyst. Here's my take on this match happened. There's no such thing as a bad Bucks Private Party match. With that said, it was interesting that the story of the match was Matt struggling to compete on his injured left knee, still controlling the bout with brother Nick. They beat down Cassidy and never looked like they were in danger of losing, which is the polar opposite of the story you would expect given Matt's physical condition. Page Omega made the save for the Bucks was a night callback to their friendship and stared at attention to their own match on Saturday night. A good segment that added intensely and intrigue when it might be the best match on the entire Full Gear card. Now we go to the face-to-face, Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. With the stipulation that physically would result in cancellation of the match, the world champion Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston came face-to-face in center ring. Kingston attributed his lack of family to the pursuit of the top prize in AEW. Moxley responded, calling the promise he made to Eddie's mother to take care of him when he couldn't take care of himself. "You will find out this Saturday you are not the man you thought you were. You will say the words, 'I quit,'" Moxley said before tossing the mic down. Afterward, Jim Ross threw a video package from the Bastard Pack. The Brit warned every day that passes. That he gets faster, stronger, most importantly, more more assessed. The video came to abrupt end. The rest of the AEW roster put on notice. Note to that is actually the Bastard Pack, and it says every day that passes, not every day that lasts. Like he gets, and words faster and stronger. That's my little problem. I'm gonna have to work on next time I do a review next week or tomorrow, or Sunday. I'll probably do a Full Gear review on Sundays. So stay tuned for that. All right, here's my analysis on this showdown. My take is the same thing. This is basically an emotionally intense showdown between Moxley and Kingston. That just sets some light on this incredibly personal edge to their match. The champion challenger were excellent here, and they really hammered home how important this clash is Saturday. There is a match that transcends the world title and matches about a friendship turned sour. This will be at the center of the I Quit match of Full Gear. The video package from Pac, featuring plenty of voiceovers from Kingston, hints at the issues that will be settled when he returns to AEW TV. Stay tuned for it. We go to another match, Red Velvet versus Nyla Rose. Alright, with the AEW Women's Champion, Hikaru Shida, watching from the stands, Nyla Rose battled Red Velvet in singles competition. Velvet started fast and furiously, but Rose bowled her over and wasted little time showing off her ferocious en-route to the Beast Bomb for the win. After the match, Vicky Guerrero talked trash to Brandy Rose for a scuffle between Rose and Shida broke out. Rose v Velvet, yeah. It was a squash match. Alright, here's my take on the whole thing. I get it. Nyla Rose is dominant. Nothing about this explain why she's getting a championship match. Despite not competing regularly in months though, instead it planted the seeds for a Guerrero-Rose feud while Simmons is serving as a last-ditch effort to create some sort of anticipation for Rose vs. Shida. It did not work, unfortunately. There's no fault for any of the performers involved. Okay, here comes the main event. Cody and the Gun Club versus Dark Order. Let's get to it. The Dark Order's Ten Silver and Cabana battled the team champion Cody and the Gun Club in the night's 6-man tag team main event. Young Austin Gunn outclassed Silver early before tagging his father into the match, not wanting any part of the elder Gunn. Silver tagged Cabana in, leaving the veteran competitors to do the battle. Austin found his way back into the match. Dark Order seized control, worked over the least experienced wrestler in the match during the commercial break. Cody tagged in, coming out of timeout, unloaded, wiping Cabana out of the ringside while as Darby Allin watched from the stands. Back in the ring, Austin delivered the crossroads to Cabana and pinned 10 with a quick draw. The Bayface's victors still tall, but Dark Order surrounded the ring. Silver teased a sneak attack, but Orange Cassidy came out of nowhere and delivered an orange punch to drop him. Cody grabbed the mic and recalled pitching Allen's name as an AEW star. He told everybody to quit lying to himself by saying TNT doesn't want him as champ. He told Allen he's not an ace, so he won't win the ace title at Full Gear. Alright, here's my take on this whole main event. There was absolutely no reason for this to be the main event of the show. It would have been better served kicking out the show or headlining AEW Dark even, rather than the main event of the go-home show at the Full Gear. The Bucks versus Private Party would have been a more of an effective main event. That AEW waited so long to pull any over sore heat wrestler or Cody versus Allen doesn't help either. A rather flat conclusion to a show that was otherwise a fairly good show. Okay, that was my review for AEW Dynamite. Thank you for the review for the Dynamite and Dark review. Stay tuned for Sundays as I will review AEW Full Gear, and I'll be coming back. See you later, guys. This is Treat 54 Podcast saying good luck, everybody. Hope to God Joe Biden wins the election.